Now here in this problem, we're given g, which is a function of t, and it's given by the expression 2x times cosine of t. So our goal will be to determine partial derivative of the function g with respect to x as well as with respect to t. So let us begin. So we'll start with a given function. So here we are given the function g of t, so that's equals to 2x times cosine of t. So we'll first compute partial of g with respect to x. So this will be equals to partial with respect to x of 2x cosine t. Fine. Now, whenever we're taking the partial derivative with respect to x, only x will be considered as a variable. Everything else will be treated as a constant. So that means here we have t. So that means cosine of t will be a constant. 2 already is a constant. So we can pull 2 times cosine of t from inside of the derivative, and now we have partial derivative with respect to x of x. Now clearly x is a single variable. We have only one variable. So here now the partial derivative is simply the ordinary derivative. So we have ordinary derivative of x with respect to x. Now what's the derivative of x with respect to x? That's simply 1. So we are left with 2 times cosine of t. So that means the partial derivative of our function g with respect to x comes out to be 2 times cosine of t. Okay, let's now compute the partial derivative. So we'll again use the same function, g of t equals to 2x cosine t. Now this time we're going to obtain the partial derivative of g with respect to t. So that means we have partial with respect to t of 2x cosine t. So this time, since we are taking the partial derivative with respect to t, so here except for t, everything else will be treated as a constant. Only t will be considered as a variable. So that means 2x will be a constant. We can pull it out of the derivative. We have 2x times. Now we only have a single variable, so we can revert back to the ordinary derivative. We have ddt of cosine of t. So this means we have 2x times. Now what is the derivative of a cosine function? We know that that's the negative of the sine function. So we have negative sine t. So that means we have negative 2x times sine t. So this is going to be the partial derivative of function g with respect to t.